in Texas, and how will it affect the routine daily lives of our citizens?
So how counties were picked in Texas comes down to this. The land was volunteered by the private landowner. They came to us. Okay? They are not getting any reimbursement for volunteering their land. They believe in training America's Special Operations Forces, not only in word, but also in deed. And that's how these counties were picked.
Now, they went on to say, no one's being paid. Well, in the manual, it says they're paying. In other speeches, they said they were paying. And it's in mainstream news today, linked on Drudge. And I'm going to click on that link right now and show TV viewers, and I'll describe it for radio listeners, that they are paying them. Mm-hmm. And that's out of News West 9. So that's out of Channel 9 TV. What's so frustrating is they just incessantly lie when the truth would serve them better, because all they know is to deny everything we say.
Well, they're adding further speculation to this entire exercise. They keep trying to demonize us and say that we're completely wrong, yet they keep flip-flopping.
But you got called 2 days after we broke this in March from your old Army buddy getting in your face. He first emailed and you talked to him saying, yeah, I'm here at Southcom or CENTCOM or here at Special Operations. And yes, this is a PSYOP. Now stay out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
What were his exact words?
He said, hey, man, why are you guys messing with this? Leave it alone. It's just a PSYOP.
And he was calling you, what, out of Special Forces?
He was out of Tampa at Eglin.
Yeah.
Or at, wherever Eglin is. I can't think right now off the top of my head. But that's where they're the main SOCOM. That's where they run a lot of the operations from. That's where the Jane Helm will be operated out of, too, as well, where that'll be ran as well.
And he admitted it was a PSYOP, too.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he said, why are you even worried about it? He said, it's a PSYOP. He's like, just leave it alone. Let's do our...
He was acting like we thought it was a real invasion. No, it's a PSYOP to condition us. That's what we said. Yes, we know what it is.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's what people don't understand is the fact that seeing this out here it just puts off the wrong idea. I mean, even this guy, he probably doesn't even know what InfoWars is. He's just a regular homeowner saying, hey, I'm not going to accept any amount of money where I have to surrender my home to troops. I support our troops, but when they're trying to take over our civilians, that ain't cool. I mean, when I was in Bastrop with Jakari, there was a lot of people who had no idea what InfoWars was, and that's what the mainstream narrative keeps being pushed is that by Fox, CNN, that InfoWars is the only people that look at this and see this as something wrong.
No, we're concerned. Gohmert's concerned. Paul's concerned. Cruz is concerned. Abbott's concerned. The president dissolved the borders last year.
Yeah.
The president's shutting off the power plants.
And now DHS,
the president's threatening to shut down our trade without Congress. I mean, it's out of control.
And DHS was caught in off the California border today, busting Somalians.
Illegally.
Yeah.
And you guys caught them at the border, Jakari and Adon Salazar, shipping the illegals in.
Yeah, that was
illegally.
Kit and Jakari,
yeah, Kit and Jakari. Because they were all down there. I just can't even. It's just getting Twilight Zone, man.
Exactly. I mean, every other day it's something that's just mind-blowing.
Let me ask you this question. Why do you think, and we're going to the new Marine video, why do you think they're freaking out so bad?
Well, I mean, this is what I always say. If someone calls me something, calls me a name, and it's not true, I mean, I'm not going to get mad. But if someone says something that really strikes me, that's when I kind of bite back. And I think we've struck a nerve with these people. I think they know that we're on to something. Like you said, we talk about tons of military exercises every day. But this one is the one that they're hitting us hard on. That means there's something going on. I don't think it's wrong for any American citizen out there to question the government and to find out what's going on. And it adds further speculation. Every time we go and ask them questions, they deny it. Then they say, oh, it's true. Then they deny it.
And then there's Jade Helm-like training in South Carolina and Nevada. Yesterday at South Carolina, with the police doing no-knock raids, drills, and then now we've got this footage. Let's start rolling some of this footage shot with U.S. Marines from the 1st Battalion, 5th Marine Regiment. Took place April 18th in Yuma. This just now got released by them and revolved around assault support tactics training. The drill was part of standardized tactical training and certification of a unit instructor qualifications to support Marine aviation training and readiness, according to the description accompanying the video. In plain English, the exercise was about subduing, arresting, and incarcerating irate citizens during a martial law scenario. Here it is. These are Americans. Again, narrate this for radio listeners. It's got tactical teams tackling folks. It's got people practicing running away from them. It's basically riot control, subduing people, just like the Miami footage of them no-knock raids, dragging role players out in the middle of the night.
I mean, they're being very rough, too. I mean, they're throwing them to the ground and just manhandling them.
And then the response by the Fox News reporter tweeting at us, Eric Bolling, is, this isn't training for civil unrest, it's for fighting terrorists. No, it's not.
He said domestic terrorists.
Yeah.
Homegrown, that's what it is, homegrown.
Which we're told the number one enemy is the veterans. So they're, of course, these guys are military mainly and some role players they've hired. But then when we're able to get the video and the audio, which we played earlier, they're saying, I'm sovereign citizens, I'm Tea Party. And when we come back from break, we have a couple-minute clip from Police State 2000, shot in Operation Urban Warrior, where I witnessed troops from 5 countries training to take on Americans. And we have video where they say, where are you from? I'm from San Francisco. Where'd you get the gun, the helmet? Screaming, I'm an American, I have rights, you can't put me in a camp. I mean, I have the audio. And when the Marines found out I had this, they flipped out.
Yeah.
And a lot of bad stuff then started happening after that point. And then later I learned that I was under surveillance the entire time by Navy SEALs. And they knew full well all I was doing was out there covering it.
But we're wrong for questioning all this stuff. Meanwhile, there's Chicago black sites detaining people.
That just had to settle multi-million-dollar lawsuits.
Yeah. But we're crazy to question all this.
And then at every major event, G20, you name it, they snatch and grab people off the street in front of everyone.
Yeah.
Black vans pull up and they just disappear people. But everything's okay. The president just dissolved the border. It's okay. And to previous training that's going on, but I'm going to explain this. Then they spin it and go, this has been going on a long time. Yes, but it's exponentially ramping up. I would cover military police state stuff 18 years ago, real drills that happened. And they'd say, it didn't happen, Jones is insane. There were no Delta Force in Houston or San Antonio. I'd go interview the police chief, saying, I told them not to do it, but they still did it, and they bribed the entire city government. And I told them no, and they brought me $200,000 in cash. I'm an Army combat veteran, Army intelligence. I'm not going to be part of this. I mean, I have the video. So they've bought off most of the government. This is the same tactics that are used to take over a third world country like Iraq. I mean, you guys had the pallets with billions, and that's how you stop the insurgents, right, Joe? Mm-hmm. It's the same thing, but they're doing it here to preemptively take over, and this is being run by the CIA, basically. Before we get into this clip from 2 years ago, I mean, from 18 years ago, excuse me, Last Chance Summer Sale. We've launched a new sale, but it's only running into next week. Super Male Vitality, 20% off, and Super Female Vitality, 20% off, a giant savings. It's already discounted. Amazing concentrated herbs and compounds. You've heard the rave reviews, and your purchase supports the InfoWar. InfoWarsLife.com. And Prostagard is so popular because people know how important saw palmetto is for the prostate and other issues that we're going to sell out by Monday, probably. Which is a bummer because it'll take me months probably to get more. It's $19.95, should be $40 or more. I was getting some from a medical doctor that only had some of these ingredients. So Anthony and I said a year ago, let's just come out with our own. Souped up the very best stuff out there. Prostagard from InfoWarsLife.com, $19.95, 10 ingredients known to turbocharge, not just the prostate, but the whole deal. And it goes with the Super Male Vitality like a horse and carriage, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, or like you know, Sunday night in a football game. I mean, it just works. And InfoWarsLife.com, your purchase funds the whole operation. So I want to salute you and thank you for your help. Now, here's footage from Operation Urban Warrior, just part of the 2-hour film, Police 60,000, where the Marines trained to gun confiscate in California in 1999 under Hare Clinton. Here it is.
I need to get to the town mayor. She's in a meeting.
Okay, let's go ahead and bring those two in. You need an escort for that? Take it.
Got it.
Yeah.
When are we going to get fed?
Thank you.
We need to get fed. When are we going to get fed? Let us out there, sorry.
good time?
Yes.
How's it going over at the camp?
Oh, very well. Guys are doing a bit exercises now. They do very well.
So the camp situation's going good with the disarmament and things?
Oh yeah.
Because we saw them over there disarming people. Is that what the exercise is?
Yeah, exercise now, yeah.
Fantastic. Where are you from, sir?
Well, Holland,
Oh, okay.
from the Dutch Marines.
Fantastic. This is them practicing going door to door. There's gun confiscation. It's a 2-hour film. And then we have them admitting it's for America, and then CNN going for Macedonian training. Of course, it's all dual training, Joe. 20 seconds. What do you think of this?
It's crazy, like you said, this is all incrementally happening over time. It was slower, and now it's starting to ramp up more and more.
I want to get more of your take in 70 seconds. Hour 2 coming up with Joe Biggs. I'm Alex Jones. Stay with us, ladies and gentlemen. It's ramping up. We're finding out why. It's an incremental frog in the pot. And Joe was telling me during the break about all the subtle threats he's getting, past colonels he had calling up. Describe the heat you're getting on Jade Helm reportage.
I'm getting a lot of, I would say not as much negative. I'm getting a lot of previous colonels who are coming at me like, why are you talking about this? Leave it alone. Stop. You know, we never did that. You used to be a good soldier. Why are you talking about this? You know, and I'm like, I think I'm still being a good soldier by questioning what's going on. You know, maybe I wasn't able to question as much then, which is why I wasn't as highly liked, because I wasn't a robot. But I was born to question stuff, and I will continue to do that.
Well, the country's being dismantled in front of us.
Yeah. I mean, this is the thing, though. We've talked about so many military exercises in the year that I've been here, but not once do you get any kind of feedback, hostile feedback from soldiers. You know, now you're getting all these people, they're just jumping up, and it seems like they just say the same thing all the time. Leave it alone. Why are you talking about it? No, just be a good soldier. Just leave it alone. Why? Why don't you say that when I talk about the dirty bomb exercise in California that was supposed to be a dirty bomb exercise, but in fact what it was, you know, rounding up constitutionalists and sovereign citizens?
Well, that's the truth. They've been given a traitorous mission. They're scared. They don't want to discuss it. Now, the troops themselves, we've talked to, are upset and agree with us, and like the guy that sent you info, but it's the officers that want to just go play golf. They want to just get paid. They want to get their little under-the-counter bonuses that everybody knows they get. And listen, guys, we're going to lose the whole country. This happened 20 years ago. This is all coming to a head. You better choose the right side.
Well,
don't sign up with Hitler. Okay, it's not going to go well. Sorry, go ahead.
A lot of the Special Forces guys that have reached out to me were, I think, more confused. I think that we at InfoWars hate special operations guys. And I had to talk to them like, no, it's not the operator that we have a problem with.
That's a total psyop. They don't even.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the people at the top. It's the ones who are making those plans. It's the people at the Pentagon. We don't have a problem with the everyday soldier.
I've had General Stubblebine, who was the head of Special Forces, on 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 3 years ago, saying this is all coming.
Yeah.
I mean, they were trying to get him involved in stuff like this 20 years ago. The globalists have been wanting to take over forever. They're always trying. We're here pointing out this mission takes us there.
And this is happening right when they're trying to go to driverless cars, too. They want to control our movement, and they're doing these to put people into camps, it looks like. They're doing all these exercises.
They're testing all the control grids. But let's be clear. The public's awake. Folks are upset. The majority of the troops we talk to agree with us. But there is a minority of regular troops, and then you've got the officers that are really engaging in a psyop.
Yeah, and then you've got people like Eric Bolling, again, has this huge audience on Fox, and he's mocking us, saying, you know, why are we talking about this? This is all a conspiracy, you know, or not everything's a conspiracy. Leave it alone. You guys are, a bunch of gullible nutbags or something like that, he said. So I got on Twitter this morning, and I said, hey, I challenge you to come out here. I was like, you're starting to get really lippy. You're starting to get jumpy. Why don't you have Alex on your show? Are you afraid that you're going to get a Piers Morgan whooping? I don't know if he's got the tweet up or whatever, but
and then he responded with, "I'll meet Alex in the parking lot."
Yeah, he's like, meet me at the corner of like Lex and something after recess or whatever. But these guys are scared. I mean, they want to pre-tape it. They want to be able to go